Hey, this is Mark. Wonderful, hope you're doing great. I'm actually here with the IDSeal Guy team, and I actually want to take a few minutes to tell a quick story about one of our customers that we're helping. So we had a woman that called us about last week, and last week she had the unfortunate incident of having received a phone call where they basically said that she would not receive her tax refund if she couldn't validate her information. So she did so, also providing her social security information, which you should never do over the phone, by the way. And what ended up happening, she realized her mistake and she began to freak out. So the woman did everything she could as far as trying to get information to actually try to resolve her issue. She contacted her friends and family and specifically her kids and asked them what she should do. And they basically told her, the best advice that they knew of was, okay, contact the credit bureaus. So she did just that. She contacted all three credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, and they basically locked down her credit. Specifically, if they wanted to unlock it, she would have to be charged later on, but the point is that they locked her accounts. Additionally, she tried to go to her bank to change the account information, but realized that would be a bad idea because she had pending deposits every so often. So she locked down her bank account that required a PIN for every transaction that came in or out. So we called her the other day just to touch base and see how she was doing. She had calmed down significantly, which was great. I was glad to hear that she was okay, and I wanted to know how she was feeling. And so her biggest thing was that she was regretful for making a mistake. I reassured her that those mistakes happen, and just remind herself never to do it again. And then she wasn't sure what the next step was. She was still fearful. And so, I tried to comfort her, to tell her she already did the things that she needed to do at that point in time. But I also reminded her that she needed to get some type of identity insurance. And she asked, well, why do I need identity insurance? Because I locked out all my accounts. And quite simply is that thieves and hackers are smart. See, they don't need to hack you today. They don't need to hack you tomorrow. See, they already have your information. And whether you were yourself good at protecting your information, your information could have been compromised other ways, outside of yourself. Case in point, Equifax, they got breached in 2017. One of the biggest breaches as far as, as far as a credit information bureau in history of the United States. That's huge. So millions of people's information were already compromised, and if the people were diligent and guarded their information, it wouldn't have been their fault, but simply because of the fact they took over the company that had the information in the first place. So I expressed to her that these thieves and hackers, they can retain your information for years, and then decide they want to strike. So the point is now that you have your information out there, you got to find a way to protect yourself from future losses. Okay, it's about protect yourself for the future, knowing that that's already happened to you. So how do you do that? Well, so there's a lot of things that she asked about credit monitoring, and her companies or bank specifically is doing that already. And I told her monitoring is not enough. That you have to have insurance now, because if something happened where those accounts were compromised, she'd opened an account to try to go ahead and she meant she was going to buy a car the next year. At any point in time, something could have happened. And then how would you restore that information? How would you get reimbursed for your losses? Well, the banks are not going to do that. They're not going to cover you for that. So if you had insurance, it would definitely cover you for those losses up to $1 million. So it was also very interesting to me. I told a friend in San Diego, and he told me that insurance agents were now offering identity insurance. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Why would insurance agents offer identity insurance? Well, because companies are beginning to realize that this is a problem. Identity theft is a problem, and it's going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to get worse. It's not going to get any better. So understanding that the trend right now is that technology is making it easy, and that the ultimate way to actually rob someone is not a gunpoint. In fact, it's easy to rob someone if they have the information and know-how to hack an account, because you don't know who did it, right? There's no witnesses, and it's also crazy because there's no risk of getting shot or hurt from behind the computer. So it's actually very lucrative to do this rather than traditional old school burglary. So with that being said, I did remind her that she needed insurance, and she said that she was excited to have it because she realized the value of having insurance, not just from what she just happened to recently, but knowing it could happen in the future, right? It's just like a car, right? Your car is going to break eventually, right? It's not a matter of if it's going to break, it's really a matter of when, right? And then same thing with your information, same thing with your identity. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's just really a matter of when. And when that happens, my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Who's going to help you? And more importantly, how are you going to be covered? All right, with that being said, if you have any questions, please talk to our IDSeal Guy team. They're more than happy to help you out and make sure you have the best coverage for you and your family, but more importantly, making sure that not just about today, but also tomorrow, that you're covered for the rest of your life. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, that story was helpful, please do click like, give us a thumbs up, right? And subscribe to our channel. And on top of that, if you have any comments, questions, please leave those comments or questions, and then let us know if we have any things that you want us to cover. We'll definitely do that. And if you subscribe, we'll definitely look forward to actually putting out more content for you so you can be continuously educated on what's happening out there. All right, have a good day and have a blessed one. Bye.